How far will you go for your dog? Bailey was my service dog after I came back from Afghanistan with PTSD. Those first months home were hell. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the constant feeling that I was still in danger. The VA prescribed me enough pills to stock a pharmacy, but they just turned me into a zombie. Then my therapist suggested a service dog. Bailey came into my life as a 2-year-old German Shepherd with warm, amber eyes and training that cost more than my car. From our first night together, everything changed. She'd wake me during nightmares before they spiraled, press her weight against me during panic attacks, and somehow knew exactly when to place her head on my lap when the memories got too loud. For 3 years, she was the only reason I kept going. We had a routine: 6 a.m. walks through Henderson Park before the crowds, coffee at the bench by the duck pond, then home so I could work my remote IT job with Bailey curled at my feet. Simple, predictable, safe. Last month, during our morning walk, we were crossing at the light when I heard the engine. Some idiot in a red Corvette was flying down the street, had to be doing 70 in a 35. I froze, my brain immediately back in Afghanistan, hearing the incoming whine of something deadly. Bailey pulled hard on her lead, yanking me backward just as the car roared through the red light, but she couldn't save herself completely. The car clipped her back leg as it swerved past us. I heard the sickening sound of impact, then Bailey's yelp, and the Corvette never even slowed down. 2 women at the coffee shop across the street ran over. They'd seen everything and got the license plate. Bailey was whimpering, her back leg twisted at an angle that made me sick to look at. One of the women helped me get her into my truck, and I raced to the emergency vet. The news wasn't good. Shattered femur, damaged hip joint, extensive surgery required. The estimate, $15,000. Money I absolutely did not have. The police took my statement and the witness's information. I thought it would be straightforward. We had the plate number, after all. Then 3 days passed with no updates. I called the station only to be told they were still investigating. A week later, a sympathetic desk sergeant quietly told me that the investigation had been closed. The owner of the Corvette was the 19-year-old son of Judge Williams, part of the family that owned half the county and had their name on the courthouse. The witnesses' statements had somehow been misplaced. The traffic camera at the intersection had been malfunctioning that morning. The system working exactly as designed. For them, not for me. Bailey was on painkillers that turned her eyes glassy, and the vet warned that without surgery soon, she might lose the leg entirely. I'd reached the end of what I could legally do, so I crossed a line. I called in sick to work, drove to the estate where the Kensingtons lived, and parked my truck 2 streets over. I set up a small hunting camera with a good zoom lens on a tree with a view of their circular driveway. Then I waited, day after day, living on protein bars and coffee, sleeping in my truck. On the 4th day, I got what I needed. The red Corvette pulled in, and the song got out with 3 friends. They popped the hood, pulled out beer from a cooler, and started detailing the car. That's when I heard it, laughing as he carefully scrubbed the front right fender, telling his buddies about some mutt he nailed. He boasted about how his dad took care of it with the cops. I recorded everything: his confession, the damage to the car consistent with Bailey's injuries, the license plate clearly visible. Once I had it, I copy onto a USB drive. The next morning, I walked into the courthouse and left a sealed envelope for Judge Kensington. Inside was the USB and a note that read, "Either your son pays Bailey's $15,000 surgery by tomorrow, or this goes to Channel 8 News. They love stories about rich kids getting away with hit and runs." 6 hours later, I came home to find a plain manila envelope on my porch. No note, just $20,000 in cash. Bailey had her surgery the next day. The vet says she'll walk again in about 8 weeks, though she might always have a slight limp.